Umar Nurmagomedov, guys, what did he do enough? Don't forget, Umar had a deal with Dana at a press conference. I go out, I win, and I look good doing it. I get to rematch with Merab. So now I'm just asking, did he look good doing it? Hard to look good. He sure did everything right. Umar did everything right. I mean, he even dealt with adversity. He gets kicked in the head, he goes down, he springs right back up. His opponent comes in, Batista's looking for a kick, he spins around, Umar grabs a hold of him, drags him down to the canvas. Like, Umar fought the entire time. He never wasn't trying to advance that fight. He never wasn't trying to finish that fight. He never wasn't willing to stand. He was never not willing to go to the ground. Like, I felt like he did everything right, but sometimes you can, and then you just come out with, was that pleasant to watch? Did you like that? And Umar wasn't positive. Umar himself went to the post-fight press conference, and he wasn't positive. And frankly, I'm not either. I don't know. He sure looked good, and Batista's sure a hard guy to beat, let alone to beat for 15 straight dominant minutes. Umar then got asked a very fascinating question, and it was the difference between him and Khabib. What is different? Why was Khabib special? And Umar answered this question, but it was so fascinating to me, and it all came down to discipline. Now, to grow up in the Caucasus regions, by the way, is a life of discipline. So now when you get these two disciplined, two awesome, they went into the same field, they both rise to the absolute heights. One captured the belt and one was just away from it. Can you imagine? Can you imagine then trying to compare? And Umar says that Khabib was more disciplined, and then he told stories. He said if Khabib was gone all day, and so he missed practice, he comes home, it's midnight, he's exhausted. His eyes are heavy, they're burning, his bed's right there, get up tomorrow and try again. He won it. He would put his shoes on, open the door, and go for a run. And I've seen Khabib do similar things to that. I was on a red-eye with Khabib out to Florida. We check into the desk at the same time, which was past 1 a.m. I come down at 5 a.m. I come downstairs to get coffee, and Khabib is coming back through the doors with one of his athletes, and they're both drenched in sweat, and they both had plastics on. It was the day of the weigh-in, and Khabib was helping somebody cut weight. But the point was, I said goodbye to him at 1 a.m. and hello to him at 5 a.m. In those 4 hours, all I know is he went to his room and somewhere found a workout to get him sweaty enough that they're drenched. And so I've seen this around-the-clock grind of Khabib. I've seen that myself. And I really appreciate it. But I appreciated Umar telling the story because Umar, who I would look at, is almost Mr. Perfect in the world of being disciplined. And don't forget what a tough guy is. So you will do things your whole life, and why do I have to do that? Somebody will tell you. It might be your father, might be a teacher, well, because it makes you tough. It's good for you. Tough and jump. But none of them ever tell you what a tough guy is. None of them ever tell you why it's important to be tough. And a tough guy is not somebody that can do a bunch of pull-ups or throw a good punch. A tough guy is a guy that will get done in his day what needs to be done, whether he feels like doing it or not. That's it. That's what a tough guy is. So I would put Umar on that list, but Umar did openly say if there was a situation and I missed practice and now I'm back at home, like if I'm at practice, I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do, which is practice. But when I'm at home, I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do, which is to rest. To rest so I can then come back to practice. I just understood it. I understood it and I appreciated it. And I have been around those guys with that special level of discipline. And I've never known what made Khabib different. He was a second generation guy. He lives in the same house. His coach is across the hall. Then you find out about guys like Umar and Usman. You start to find out, oh, he's from a family of badasses. Like his cousins are all badasses, which largely means his uncles were probably bad. Like it's one of these things, and I have wondered where Khabib's edge came from. But I thought it was that. I really didn't know that no matter what, he got his workouts in. No matter what, he got done in a day what he was supposed to get done. I didn't know that the other guys were able to look at him and say, wow, you know, Sean O'Malley had one of these moments. Sean O'Malley loses to Merab and quickly goes, all right, I got to beat that guy. Got to get my belt back. And Sean starts studying Merab, learning everything about his opponent. I mean, it's like he's in a war room. Like he's a general in a war room. He starts learning everything about his opponent. Sean learns how much he sleeps. Sean learns what he eats, what days he takes off, how he trains, where he trains, who he trains with. And Sean looked at himself and said, I'm not doing enough. He's a world champion who also led a life of discipline. And Sean said, I'm not doing enough. He is doing more than me. If I want to beat him, I need to do what he's doing and more. And totally changed his entire life, his entire lifestyle and his entire approach. So it's a very interesting thing to see somebody like Umar Nurmagomedov, top guy in the world. If you don't agree with that, second best guy in the world. Right? I realize you want to be number one, not number two, but can we agree on the entire planet of Earth? Whether there's no man that can beat you or there's just one man that can beat you, can we agree that you're pretty good? He says no. He says, I'll never be like Khabib. I don't have the time to be like Khabib. He said Khabib was too disciplined, too focused, and he did it his entire life. We all tried to be like him, but there's only one him. I just thought it was huge praise. I thought it was a very beautiful story. I thought it was a very beautiful compliment. I wanted to make sure that you heard it.